He's a star man. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. No, I'm not gonna sing. Don't worry. My singing is even worse than my English. So I stopped that. Starman and Mr. Trump. Do I mean that Mr. Trump is a star? I mean, he's a man. Well, sort of. Is he a star? Of course not. What do I mean then? Do I mean that he's on Mars visiting Elon, talking about good times, old good times? No, that's not what I mean either. What do I mean? Well, I mean that Mr. Trump is so far from having his both feet on the ground as he can be. He's insane. He's the opposite of sane. He's totally out there. And I will give you some examples that I have been thinking about over the last few weeks about the Iran war. What do we start with? Well, we can start with that. Mr. Trump said, "We totally obliterated the Iran's nuclear program." This was in June last year. 8 months later. We have to attack Iran because it's an immediate threat to the United States of America. They have a nuclear bomb. So first, Trump says that they have obliterated all the nuclear program in Iran last year. He still says that. And on the other hand, he says that Iran has a nuclear bomb. That's why Mr. Trump decided, without Congress approval, to go to war with Iran. That doesn't make sense, right? And it's also proven that there were no immediate threat to the United States because there were no signs whatsoever that Iran had a nuclear bomb. It was just in Trump's head, or, as usual, a lie from Mr. Trump. So that's one thing. What else? Well, he had said several times during these 3 weeks that the war has been going on right now that we have won the war. But at the same time, he wants help from NATO. That doesn't make any sense, right? No, it doesn't. And when NATO doesn't want to help Mr. Trump, he gets furious and calls them cowards. Well, it hasn't anything to do with cowards. It has to do with that Mr. Trump himself started this war. If he wanted help from other countries, he should inform them before he started the war and talk about it, why he needs help. But he didn't do that because he didn't think that he would need any help, because he thinks that he is the star, that he is a man and a star. he isn't. What else? Well, he said that we have the most powerful weapons in the world, including drones. The best drones in the world. You know how Mr. Trump usually expresses himself. On the other hand, the US wanted help from Ukraine to fight the drones. Because Ukraine has the best drones capability in the world. Best knowledge about drones. How to attack with drones and especially how to defend with drones. But not in the world of Trump, no. He's talking about that the US has the best drones in the world. But he still needs help from Ukraine. That's strange, right? I think that's very strange. He went to war and was obviously thinking that he would win the war in a few days or in a few hours or something. Now it's 3 weeks and no victory. Instead, the Iranians have, through threats about shooting missiles and drones on the ships in the Strait of Hormuz, stopped almost all traffic through this strait. And that means that about 20% of the world's oil is trapped in the Persian Gulf. Amongst other things, it's not just oil. And Trump has no idea how to handle that, how to solve that problem. He has no plan B, because he thought that his plan A was so good that he didn't need any plan B. His military advisors told him not to go to war because they knew that Iran will start attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Trump didn't listen to that. He thought that he was the best strategic military in the world. Why listen to military advisors? And why have a plan B? Because plan A, Mr. Trump's plan A, was so good. And now he's sitting there. He doesn't know what to do. He's spending $1 billion a day of the American taxpayers' money, and no one knows why. Why is he doing this? What's the goal? No one knows, because he changes the goals all the time. He's talking about that he is bombing all the Iranians' aircraft and navy and so on. Yeah, but then what? The regime in Iran is still there, and they are still shooting at ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Solve the problem, Mr. President. Solve the problem that you have started. But he doesn't think like that, it seems. Because now he has said something else. He still says the thing that I said before, that we have won the war. But on the other hand, he is asking for $200 billion to fund the war. Why does he need $200 billion to fund the war when he has won the war? Strange, right? Will we ever see the starman, Mr. Trump, putting his feet on the ground and be sane? No, that won't happen. Mr. Trump will continue to be insane and be totally out there. I think it will be worse. Good job, American people, who voted for this extremely dangerous and stupid man. Cheers to you. Or, as we say in Sweden, skål. He's a star.